Pacific Northwest, the battle to claim the Apple Cup, always hotly contested. And even when these teams have struggled and winless seasons have been part of the equation, that just intensified the resolve to bring home the apples. Welcome to the Palouse, Pullman, Washington Martin Stadium, home to the Washington State Cougars. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Washington Huskies, taking on a team from the Pac-12, the Washington State Cougars. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Washington will kick off as this one gets started. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Washington State's offense will get first crack at it today. Guys, every now and then you can take the emotion of rivalries for granted, but last year when the Huskies and Cougars got together, that was as dramatic as anything you could think of, a cathartic win for the Cougs, who sent UW off with an L.
This is a tremendous rivalry, the Apple Cup, and it looks a little bit different now that they're no longer conference opponents, but that doesn't mean they don't like each other any less, David. These two teams go at it. The fan bases dislike each other enormously, and we're expecting a great one today.
Well, and you always love it with the bragging rights, right? In the state of Washington, whoever wins this football game, you get to talk. Last year, Rodgers puts up a bunch of numbers, but it wasn't enough. Washington State got the dub. Big game, big matchup.
That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
Well, they execute the in route. How about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
And the Cougars now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Looking to throw, it's Potter. Finds his tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let it.
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
Man, you can't draw it up any better than that. First possession, force a third down. You want to shut the home crowd up, sack the quarterback, create some momentum. Now you're getting the football back to your offense, probably with great field position.
Washington State sends the punt team onto the field. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. All the way back to the 15. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. So Washington's offense will get the ball for the first time. Looking downfield on first down. He's going to run it. Oh, he's got some space. They finally corral him, but he turns that into a big gain and a first down.
I mean, these quarterbacks nowadays can run so fast. Think about who you've got chasing them. Defensive linemen, those big old defensive tackles, defensive ends, linebackers. They can't catch him because they're faster than them nowadays. So much speed, so much electricity now with these guys.
Got it behind the line. It's Boston. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him.
Look,
mean, getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
The Huskies trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Trying play action. Here's a hit. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35.
You know, one of the tricky parts with play action for a quarterback is that when you turn your back to the defense to sell the play fake, you have no idea what's going on behind you. You don't know what the coverage has become, and you don't know which D linemen have won their one-on-ones. The worst thing is you turn around after the play fake, and bam! That defender's right in your face.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Finds his man, it's Pullman. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line.
Man, what a big catch on 3rd down. Going up, catching the football, understanding where you're at, now getting a fresh set of downs. Nice play by the receiver.
And the Huskies have their offense in high gear. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
Williams will pass. The sure hands, it's Boston. They stop him at the 22, 15-yard pickup on the play, and a first down just outside the red zone.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
To the air on first down. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself?
And he's just proving it time and time again, man. He has that feel. He obviously has the ability to pick him up and put him down and go get first downs. But I think the timing of when to scramble and when not to scramble, he's really got that figured out. And you could tell it's going to be a big part of the game plan.
A first down run on the doorstep. He just kept those big, powerful thighs churning, but he'll be knocked down at the 1. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Well, you obviously want to get your receivers the football down here in the red zone, but it's tough to throw it to them because the windows are so small. So I like the idea, handing it off to that guy and seeing if he can do something with the speed.
This is a money play on 3rd and goal. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Evans. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Huskies. I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with a touchdown.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0.
That makes the score Washington 7, Washington State 0.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Quarterback on the keeper. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. A continual subplot since these two first squared off in 1900 is Washington State trying to prove it deserves the same respect and status as UW.
And I think oftentimes the great rivalries out west are forgotten in college football. This game between Washington and Washington State is absolutely fantastic, and I'm so happy that with conference realignment, they were able to keep this game on the schedule because it is always fun to watch.
It is fun, and it's for the Apple Cup. And here's the cool thing. These teams, they're not in the same conference anymore. They used to be for years. But this rivalry still lives because it still matters to the Washington and Washington State fans.
Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Give to the running back. That's a kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
Washington State going back to work on first down. Back to throw, it's Potter. Safe completion on the screen. Breaks into the open. He gets it past the first down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him. They pick up an explosive play on a running back screen.
It's first down from the 37-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. That's caught. It's Meredith. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down.
Man, these wide receivers are so athletic out wide now. You're so worried about getting beat deep. And these slant routes, they can be a good changeup. I mean, just a couple steps, stick your foot in the ground, come inside. It might not be huge gains all the time, but, man, it keeps that DB off balance.
Looking to throw on first down. Dangerous screen into traffic. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there, and as a result, the offense actually loses a couple yards.
The Cougars with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. From the gun, the running back has it. Finds just enough room to pick up a couple down to the 26.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Seventh play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Dropping back, it's Potter. Snags it over the middle. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He stopped just short of the goal line at the one. An explosive play has him set up.
I really like this offense staying aggressive. They were in field goal range, but nice job on third down. Forget that. Let's go get the first down. Let's throw the football. Nice read, nice catch. Now set up with a first and goal situation.
Washington State will come to the line with a first and goal. And they just tried to slam it in from the doorstep, but they went nowhere, and it'll be marked down at the one.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Can the D deny them on second and goal? Tries again to get it in. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
setting up for the extra point and the tie.
For the extra point.
And the extra point splits the uprights. They put together an 81-yard drive, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Makes the grab along the sidelines, and they get enough for the first down.
Really nice looking pass there. You think about all the great Washington quarterbacks, right? Warren Moon, the Heward brothers, Mark Brunell, Jake Browning. The greatest quarterback name in college football history, Sonny Six Killer. That guy was throwing seeds at the University of Washington. This dude right here, putting on his best Sonny Six Killer impersonation.
Fires to the tight end. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Williams looking for a man. Got a man. It's Pullman. Finds a crease at the 20. Powers through. Run out of bounds just before he could get it into the end zone, and now they're set up first and goal.
And that's a good lesson for quarterbacks out there. When you're throwing to your running backs, if you get it to them early and they've got some space around them, they can do damage. And that's exactly what happened there. These guys are trained to be great once they have the ball in their hands. He makes people miss. He shows you the speed, and it's a big chunk play in the pass game.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Huskies.
And Reese, no secret about it. Line up in goal line formation. I'm going to run the ball down your throat. My guys are more physical than you. 6 points on the play.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Off the RPO, complete. Gets him on the ground at the 31, but a nice pickup of 15 yards there.
Yeah, and what a nice job seeing it, reacting, and throwing. When you run these RPOs, you want to read the defense really quickly. Is he playing run? Okay, boom. I'm going to throw this slant right behind him. Nice job by the QB.
On first down, here comes this offense. Caught in the backfield, it's Voorhees. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
You know, as a quarterback, you believe in your matchup. And in my running back, if I can get him the ball in space, he's going to win a lot of times. He didn't that time. The defense was ready. Nice job in the open field making the nice tackle.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to throw, it's Potter. Finds the tight end. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught over the middle. It's Ellison. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it, because he really didn't have a choice, because he was going to wear that one regardless.
Wazoo headed to the line with another first down. They just keep firing. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Yeah, and unfortunately, this guy's been beat like a drum. He's been hit, sacked a bunch of times already, and another hit right here. I'm literally looking at my offensive line and be like, dude, I need some more time. You got to protect me better than this. Give me a chance to complete some passes.
On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Almost popped free on the screen, but he'll be stopped short of the line to gain. It's fourth down. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Washington State will have to boot it away. That last punt basically flipped the field. They'd like to do it again. And they'll let that one go, and it'll roll out of bounds. Williams will pass. Trying to escape and get it himself. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play.
Well, he does a really nice job buying time, and I love the awareness there, understanding no one's open downfield, knowing where the sticks are, and he's able to use his athleticism to get that first down.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, first and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Rushes on him. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Sometimes you beat your guy and you get sacked so clean, and sometimes, like on this play, the DBs do a great job covering, make the QB hold the football, and then the rush gets home.
Back to throw, time running short in the half. Quick strike complete. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. Third down coming here, and they need to get it out to the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. Going to try to get it himself. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
Great job by the defense there. First off, getting pressure initially and then forcing him outside the pocket. After that, excellent effort. All eyes on the quarterback. And you see the speed this defense has. They're going to be putting a lot of heat on this guy throughout the game.
And no shot at a return here as the punt flies out of bounds. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. He has the first and still on his feet. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. First down, 10 yards to go. Looking for a man, it's Potter. Makes a grab over the middle. And the defense doesn't let him get loose, and that's going to wrap things up here in the half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, in a rivalry filled with magical moments, even more here today between the Huskies and Cougars. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W.
The Cougars will kick it off to start the second half. And here's the return. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They go to work in the third quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched. He's being productive, but give him some more time here in the second half.
I think you can do that, too, offensively, by maybe leaving your tight end in to help block, maybe chipping with running backs to help these tackles out on the edge, because you're right. That pocket has been shaky, and if it continues to be that way in the second half, this could be a much different looking football game.
Grabbed in the middle, it's Evans. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
Lining up from the 34 on first down. He'll do it himself. Turning it on. And the big gain. They've got it on the 46.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense. There's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground. He gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the first.
Got the first down and still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
In halftime in this locker room, there was a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead, but you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in this second half.
You're absolutely right here, and I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense around.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Pullman. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Williams looking for a man. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
And this quarterback, man, you've seen him have some success, so you know he'll take off and run. The defense was ready, man. Nice job. This second half, this is a critical part of it. Don't let him beat you with his feet.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Touchdown, Washington! They won it all, and that is exactly what they got. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7.
That makes the score Washington 21, Washington State.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. The give from the gun. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not in. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
That first down was rather unproductive. Let's see what they've got on second down from the 16. Caught behind the line. It's Ellison. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
I'll tell you, the offense might be setting up a shot down the field here. You might see them later fake the wide receiver screen and see if they can hit a tight end or another receiver running up the boundary. Keep your eye open for that.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, they're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on third down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
Washington State sends out the punt unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Waves the arm for the fair catch, and the catch is made close to the 30-yard line. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. The give to the back. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Williams will pass. Finds his big tight end. There he goes. A massive pickup on that one, and they're in business at the 21.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
That big play flipped the field. Now they go to work from just outside the red zone. Looking to throw on first down. Caught in the backfield. It's Pullman. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
Washington will snap it in the red zone. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
Looking down the middle. Makes a connection. Tight coverage there. Did not stop him from making the grab. It's 1st and goal from the 8.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Huskies.
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays, and it was capped off with the 8-yard run. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll bring it back looking for help. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. This drive will open from the 15. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Oh, he's got some space. He'll get it up to to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. To the air. It's Potter. Fires to the big fella. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there. That's the end of the quarter, and Washington has the lead. And they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. So first down, we'll open up the final period. Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the big fella. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
It'll be third and long. They want to throw it. Caught in the backfield, it's Ellison. He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that third down.
And man, that is not the third down execution you want. Trying to get it to a playmaker so he can make plays. He gets nowhere, actually loses yards, and brings up a fourth down now.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield, they couldn't hook up. Bunch formation for these receivers. Williams looking for a man. Here comes the heat. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
All right, this quarterback is going to have to start playing with a clock going off in his head. He knows he cannot hold on to the football too long with players like that getting after him.
The Huskies have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's second and a mile. Back to pass. Got him downfield. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. He's been so locked in, it seems like any pass called is a guaranteed chunk play.
Yeah, and winning late like this in the ball game, keep trusting him, keep spinning. You know why? Because stats matter late in the game. You want some postseason awards? Keep chucking it, keep getting those stats.
Got out of trouble, got rid of it. That's caught. It's Evans. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices.
Defense just hasn't had an answer for this guy. He has been on point. This is about as good as I've seen him play at the quarterback position. And here in the fourth quarter with a big lead, he's still taking shots.
Washington comes to the line with a first and goal. Motion from the wideout. They're going to give it to the wide receiver on first and goal. And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line.
And it's almost as if the defense knew that jet sweep was coming. Great job getting penetration at the point of attack, and they were in the backfield, nowhere for the receiver to go.
Got nothing last time, now second and goal from the 3. Williams will pass. Trying to find the end zone. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
Well, short completion setting up third down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
defense going all in to stop the run. Tries to surge ahead on the sneak. Sneaks it into the end zone.
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. Didn't make them sweat at all. It's good. And that will extend their lead even further.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. And he takes this from inside the 5. I guess it could have been worse on that return. He goes out of bounds at the 15. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You can see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
They'll start this one from the 29 on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Meriden. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. And you're going to win this game.
Picked up some yardage with that completion. Now second down. They'll try the run. Spins away from the defender. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever, third and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running, so nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a third down opportunity that's in their favor.
Snagged in the middle. It's Ellison. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on third and short.
That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. And the Cougars come to the line with a new set of downs. It's a draw. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
And that was a pretty good run there for the offense. And listen, I know this game's over, but that's what this offense needs a little bit more. They need a little more balance, a little more easy second down situations with some positive runs on first down. They just need something to get them going, some kind of spark. The ground game might be it in the future.
Back to throw, it's Potter. Quickly to the tight end. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. They'll put it in play from the 40 on 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. And that's a very productive first down play in bringing up 2nd and 3.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
Wants to go up top. Got it set up on the outside. They'll stop him just short of the first down marker on the screen.
Man, what a really nice job by being disciplined by this defense. Like, understanding I'm trying to rush the passer, probably a passing situation type of a deal, but doing it with some discipline. They try to sneak the screen in. They were ready for it. Nice job by this defense.
On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that first down.
The Cougars back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Wants to throw on first down. Going for it all. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
Under fire. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result, they haven't allowed 200 passing yards in this game.
They were on the move, but 2 straight incompletions had them staring at 3rd and 10. Back to pass, it's Potter. Throws toward the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Washington State!
Man, that's a play this kid has been running ever since he was 7 years old at the park with his best friend, throwing them go routes right down the field. I'm running by a guy, I'm looking back, locating the football, making the catch, and he does it in a big moment here in this game.
Getting aggressive here and going for 2. A run for the quarterback. He'll make his way in for the 2, and now they're down by 16. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they finish the deal with a 26-yard touchdown pass. Time is against them, still down by 2 scores, but they'll line up for the onside kick. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
The Huskies had that dog in them in this one, taking down the Cougs for the Apple Cup and the Governor's Trophy. That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.